I'm gonna um so in this small video I'm going to be talking about how to use mental rehearsal to achieve your goals. I've just read a little part in a book on NLP. I was just watching my eyes there, and I learned something about representational systems today, which I just did there, and I just picked up on that. So it's good. I'm actually learning something. Anyway, coming back to what I want to discuss and share with you guys today, I've been doing something with Anthony Robbins in the morning. Obviously, Anthony Robbins is my friend, but he doesn't know that. But he's a very close friend to me. The man's very inspirational to me, and he lives on the other side of the world. He doesn't even know about me, but one day he will. I'll be sharing a stage with Anthony Robbins, and I'll be shaking his hand to thank him for inspiring me. Anyway, as you can see, it's morning. I have my dressing gown on. I also have my cap on because that's my swag, and I have to have my cap on to do my videos regardless of what time it is. It's currently 7:35 at the moment. I've been up since 6 doing some priming and the my power hour, as I call it, as Anthony Robin calls it as well. And now I've challenged myself to upload 3 to 6 video clips a week. I want to be like the Anthony, I think his name's Anthony Goggins, of inspirational speaking. Anthony Goggins, look him up, guys. The guy's a beast. And I mean, the guy's a beast. He is a beast. He does not feel pain. I think I saw one of his videos. He ran for 2 days non-stop. He didn't sleep. That's what I call it. Seriously motivated. I'm motivated. I'm super disciplined. That guy takes it to another level. Excuse me. I think in one of his videos he said he had damaged nerves and all sorts, and he kept on running. He went through that pain barrier, and that's a legend. That guy inspires me. I saw that video and I was like, when I grow up, I want to be just like David Goggins. Sorry, I'm just looking at my white teeth there. They look really shiny. You see that? Anyway, enough of the joking. Okay, so I want to tell you about how to use mental rehearsals to achieve your goals. So it's a really powerful tool which I've been doing. I've just written it down so I can share it with anyone that listens, because I also want to be able to inspire just the way Anthony Robbins does. And one day, like I said, I'll be sharing that stage with him. So this is how it is. I've just taken it. I've just read the book on NLP, and it comes from NLP, which is neuralistic programming. So for those that you want to learn self-development, start with neuralistic programming. Sometimes it's a bit confusing, but read it 2 or 3 times and you'll understand it. Anyway, so start from the goal that you want to achieve. Now, me personally, I want to become a legendary inspirational speaker. I don't just want to be a inspirational speaker. I want to be a legendary inspirational speaker. Sorry, I'm just looking at my outfit here. I've got the dressing gown going on. I've got my it looks quite cool, right? Anyway, so imagine what it's like to achieve your goal. So like I said, mine is to become a legendary inspirational public speaker that inspires people and helps them achieve their goals and gives them belief. And for me to be able to do that, I need to be able to believe in myself. So this is why I'm doing all the self-development stuff currently. So when you get your goal, see it in detail so you're absolutely clear as to what you have to do to get it. Now, for me, it's inspirational speaking. I write down all the processes that I have to do So before I tell you the processes, I'm just going to read out some other bits and pieces which are important for you to focus on before I tell you how I wrote down my goal and how I described it in detail and the processes. So focus on the process and not the result. So i.e., you've got your goal. Me is the legendary inspirational speaker. I need to write down each one of the process that will take me to that goal. Okay? And then obviously there's an end result as well. But it's saying don't focus just on the result. Focus on each and every aspect leading. So imagine like a ladder or a set of steps. At each step, you take another step and imagine that process. On the first step, what could it be? On the second step, what could it be? And then when you get to the top, that's your goal achieved. So that's the best way I can put it. Use your representational systems to see you have achieved your goal. Now, I think, from my understanding, what I've just read, representational systems are your visual, your hearing, your touch, your smell. I think they call it kinetic. Can't even pronounce the word, but anyway, it's all those systems there. So, and the last step is to see your goal as achieved as part of that process. So you're taking the steps to achieve it, the processes, and then you see your end result. You see yourself achieving that goal. Okay, so this is mine, and this is how I've written it down. I'll tell you about it, and then I've got some other things. So when you're also doing this process, be really specific. So imagine as much detail as you can as to where you are, the clothes you're wearing, who you're with, every part of that process or the goal that you want to achieve. Imagine everything around it. So with me, when I tell you my goal, you'll understand what I mean. So the richer the detail of this, the more powerful the process becomes. Okay. So I just been on holiday, and my nose looks like it's kind of burnt there. Obviously not applied the sunblock. It's factor 30. I was actually lapping on the baby oil just to get me darker, but anyway, that was my holiday in Tenerife. So see, hear and feel perfection. Now again, this is using your representational systems. What you see and what you hear and feel is what you get. So don't just be satisfied with second best. Imagine everything exactly how you would like it to be. Yeah. Just try it. The more you do it, the more it becomes embedded in you. It's a tool. Use it. It's very powerful. It will also keep you focused and on track. Do it every single day. I'm going to try to do it 2 or 3 times a day. I do it every morning religiously. Sometimes in the evening I do it, but sometimes after a long day's work, I run businesses. I'm very, very, very tired, and I fall asleep, if I'm honest with you. I come home, I have a little nap, I eat something, I try to read, and then usually I just crash out. But I'm going to develop a strategy whereby I'm going to try sleeping more frequently and power naps throughout the day, so that I'm energizing myself for the evening, because I still want to be able to do self-development stuff in the evening as well as in the morning. I wake up sometimes at 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even 5 o'clock in the morning, just to start doing my self-development, because that's what the perfect time for me. I learn better in the morning. I know myself. There's in NLP it says know thyself. My learning is better in the mornings. I'm fresh. My mind is like a sponge. It absorbs information. So know yourself. Know your best times of learning. It might be based on your life circumstances. Obviously some people working hours are different, so just know yourself and do whatever works better for you. Use all of the senses that you have. So the more senses that you use, the more excuse me, I've got a blocked up nose. The more memorable the experience and the deeper its imprint. See the pictures in your imagination as clearly as you can. Hear the sounds and feel your body movements, including your sense of balance. So everything around you, all your senses. Try to relax, because relaxation enhances the effects of mental rehearsal. And then practice. Perfect practice makes perfect execution. So the more you use your mental rehearsal, the more skilled you become, and the better it will work for you. It's true, guys. Try it. Now, this is exactly what I do, okay? So I use Tony Robbins, my friend, who doesn't know it, but I use Tony Robbins' priming technique. Now, for any of you that haven't seen it, go onto YouTube, type out priming Anthony Robbins, do it with him every day. It's a really powerful, beautiful technique. It helps you become a positive person. It helps you become in a peak state of mind. It helps you feel good, ready for the day. After that, I do some other stuff, dancing, because that makes me feel good. I do everything that makes me feel good in the morning. I also have a cold shower that just wakens me right up. And there's a few other things. I do affirmations. I do a lot more in the morning just to get me in that peak state of mind. But try Anthony Robbins' priming technique, okay? Now, so here's my goal. I want to become, I'm a businessman. I believe I'm quite a successful businessman. I have 4 businesses. I have a beauty academy. I've got portfolio properties. I believe I've done reasonably well. Now, I want to take it to another level. I haven't started out with much in my life. I've been a very, very poor boy. I had a very, very tough upbringing. A lot of racism in my life. You'll see one of my speeches that I'm doing at the moment for a charity event. It's the power of giving. It talks about my personal story, on how I've got here from having such a tough upbringing, and it's very similar to the one of Anthony Robbins, maybe a bit more. What's the word? Let's just say it was pretty tough. Okay, there was a lot of racism, a lot of abuse from my father to my mother. But anyway, that's in a speech. I'm doing a charity event for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. People, children especially, they mean a lot to me, that have serious illnesses such as cancer, leukemia, really, really serious illnesses. But the speech that I'm doing, and it's also part of my inspirational speaking, because I'm learning to align my goals all together. It's the term that the NLP uses is congruent, I believe. So I'm doing this speech on the power of giving, and it talks about how my life was when I was a child, and all the challenges I had to face, and how I got here. But that was also aligning all my goals to the legendary inspirational speaker stuff. So this is my goal, okay? And I've said it about 4 times, and I promise you now I'll be talking you through the process. All right? So, legendary inspirational speaker. What I have to do to become that, I have to develop my mindset. I have to believe I can. I have to read. I have to read NLP stuff. I have to listen to good public speakers. I have to get myself a coach. I have to learn it. It's an art. I have to perfect that art. For me to be a legendary inspirational speaker, I have to perfect that art. I will watch great speakers. I will read books about speaking. I will practice. Because practice will build confidence. Practice is what's going to embed it in my subconscious mind. The more I do something, the more I will believe I'm good at it, because as I do it, the more I do it, I will become better at it. And then obviously people praising me, that will also reinforce it in my confidence. So I know what I have to do. There's a plan of action. So also I'm going to involve affirmations in this. So at night time, I'm going to stick on some speakers in my head, in my ears, and I'm going to let affirmations repeat in my mind to let it sink into my subconscious and let it develop. So hopefully, it will get embedded quicker. And another thought that I had was, even if I have to really develop the skill quicker, I will do self-hypnosis. I will do whatever it takes to become this inspirational speaker. So that is my action plan. And now I know also what else I have to do is really visualize it. So as that, you know, in the first part of this video, I explained what you have to do. So in my particular goal, I see myself. So this is how I see myself when I'm doing my prime technique. Okay, so I pull up in an Aston Martin. Okay, I pull up in a black Aston Martin, cream leather interior, and I think it's a DB9, and it's a convertible. I get out of my Aston Martin. I've got my hat on. People are there waiting for me. People come up to me asking me for my autograph. Then people come up to me and thank me, shaking my hand, hugging me. I feel the love. That's feeling right there. So I'm seeing stuff, I'm feeling stuff. Then I walk through, and everyone walks through on a red carpet. Not just me, all the guests walk through on a red carpet, right? So I'm seeing the colours. We walk through. As I'm going through, it's almost like a WWF thing, whereby I'm touching people's hands as I go through. I'm feeling that love even more, and it feels beautiful. I walk through, and I go up on stage, and you know, I don't know what it's called, but the things go bang, and all these glittery, silvery, red things come out on top of everyone, and the music comes on, and it's one of my favorite songs, which I put on every morning. It's by Tiny Temper and Kelly Rowland. It's called Invincible. And when I listen to that, it sends goosebumps down my spine, because I visualize a lot of stuff. So anyway, come back to the process. So the music comes on, and I dance around. I love dancing around, and I have a Zumba teacher there. I Zumba twice a week. I know it's a bit crazy. I'm the only guy in the class, but it's all good. I love it. And I'm Zumbaing on stage. I get the crowd to Zumba because I want to have fun. I want to really energize people, and I want to have fun. I don't have much of a life, so so I want to have fun. And thereafter, I hear people chanting my name. So I'm listening for people chanting my name, saying Ali, 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 and that's beautiful. And I see it in Wembley Arena, and I see screens with my name, Ali, 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 Ali. Now, obviously I'm doing my public speaking stuff. I'm talking about various different topics. Obviously on those days that I'm performing, I will be delivering certain, talking about different topics. And then also what I see is myself all swagged up, my waistcoat on, my hat, you know, how I like to dress. I like to be different, so I always have to have my hats. And I see myself shaking the hands of Anthony Robbins and thanking him. And thanking him from the bottom of my heart, and telling him he got me out of the darkest days of my life through his inspirational speaking. By me listening to him on YouTube, he was able to touch and connect with me, and I feel that connection, and I really want to thank that man from the bottom of my heart. I also see myself on stage with Les Brown, because the man, he also inspired me. I've listened to a lot of his stuff. I think he's a brilliant public speaker. And there are two other people that I have in mind at the moment, and that's Oprah Winfrey She inspires me. She is a great role model for a lot of people, and for me, she is one of those. She touches me. She's been through a lot and she's achieved so much. She's a very, very strong woman. And one of my favorites is Richard Branson. I read a lot of his books. Obviously, I'm an entrepreneur. This guy inspires me. He's a great leader, and he obviously he's a great businessman. He's got companies all over the world, international, and just his demeanor, his aura, the way the guy is, he's just a nice guy, and that's what I would like to be. I want to be someone who can lead, but at the same time, I want to be that nice guy. I don't want to be no mean, nasty, do that, blah, 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 blah. No. I want people to do what they have to do because they want to do it, not because they have to. And that's, I think, a true leader. When you can get your people, your team, to follow you and to do what you want them to do without, shouting or screaming or criticizing, to be able to motivate them in such a way that they run your businesses like it's theirs. That's the beauty of becoming a great businessman, an entrepreneur, a successful one. And that's what Richard Branson is. And that's what I would like to be. Anyway, that's more or less it. I was just going through my notes here. I told you about people chanting my name. I see my name in black and white. I've told you everything. Now, it's gone a little bit over my 10-minute little video that I wanted to put out. It's actually 22 minutes 38 seconds right now, and I'm gonna say bye. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry to waffle on a bit at times. I know I've covered ground that I've probably gone round and round in circles, but it's all good. You feel the love, and I just love off shiny white teeth. Have a good day, guys. Thank you. Bye.